You are now listening to a Doc Martin production.
Get those nerds! Frackin' nerds!
They say the meek will inherit the earth. We say the nerds are already in control. Welcome to the Frackin' Nerds, episode number 301. I'm your host, Doc Martin. And whenever this show airs, because I've still got 2 more episodes I got to put together, and it's been a long, difficult month for a lot of us, except for Joshua, but he has his own problems to deal with. So
I don't got any problems.
I mean, one of them ain't one of them. All right, so let's start off with him. The man from the East Coast. Where's my pen? There he is. It's our own Joshua. Hi, Joshua.
Hello.
How are
Hi,
you?
Doc. How's
You
it going?
lose some stuff back there? What's going on? We just got.
Oh yeah. The Jesus Christ decided to like fall down for all our sins,
Oh my
and now
God.
nothing's holding up Joshua Caraballo from Rick and Morty universe.
Oh,
So,
sad world. Sad world. And then the other man from the Indiana side who made down to Concave. That's loyalty. He comes down for like 6
5
hours.
hours?
Drives probably 3 hours to come spend time with us, but he made it down to Concave. He made it on the broadcast more than we could speak for other people. It's our own Chris Class. Hello, Chris.
And they-
3, 2, 1, clap. That's for Joshua. Yeah, dude. Concave was awesome, and I'm looking forward to actually going and at least spending, I don't know about a whole weekend, but like going there one night.
Yeah, you need to at least
Fucking-
spend a day and a half.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I would say.
yeah. I
You
think
You can let your hair down that first night, or like really let
Wow.
everything down, like I did that first night. Or
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Drunky McDrunkster. I totally forgot about that.
that's what I want to do. I want to hang out. That dude, you guys are like rock stars down there. Like I was impressed, man. Like I don't know, it was awesome, man.
we're not
awesome.
rock stars. We have our own little group that we run with. And it's
Yeah,
a good little core
yeah.
group.
Dude, everyone was so fucking cool, man. Like whoever, when I showed up, and then Joshua was out getting breakfast with Kennedy somewhere or something, I don't know. And then you, Doc, you and your buddies, they were fucking super cool, man. And like, and then they're even like, I don't know.
No, everyone,
Yeah,
I mean,
everyone was fucking
that's why
awesome,
I
man.
invite the ones I do, because I know it's a good core group of people that are gonna have a good time. Some enable way too much good times, and
Yeah.
you have to be.
And I'm
mindful
all
of
right
that.
with that.
Speaking of that
Okay
one,
with
he didn't realize like what my podcasting radio name is. He's like, yeah, I just kept walking around. And everybody's like, yeah, Doc, and he was like, now I realize that's you, isn't it? I'm like, yeah, that's kind of how they all know me. It's from the podcasting and stuff.
Yeah.
Some fucking friend he is, right?
I know, doesn't really listen.
You should subscribe, right? Come on. man.
Exactly. And speaking of subscribing, you can join our YouTube channel, our Instagram, or even like and subscribe. Or we have a Discord channel. So I will put up the site, but please, if you're, it'll be on the. It'll look us up on our Facebook if you need to find the Discord. But join us, because we get on there and talk ever so often. But we need you all to come on the show or come on the Discord and tell us what you think about what we're talking about. Which we'll talk about on there maybe tonight, the new Spider-Man trailer, which these guys, which we could have done a reaction video. We did pop a little bit for it. So
I think we popped more at the end.
yeah, but I knew those guys were going to be showing up. But what was
Those
I mean,
guys? I only saw
your camera?
Doc
What
Ock.
happened there?
I think in the one that was leaked, they showed electricity. So we saw this guy, Jamie Foxx's character, in essence. So hopefully,
I didn't remember seeing him.
no, the one that's leaked. If you see the one that's leaked, they show like a bolt
Oh, it
of
looks
lightning.
so
hitting the ground.
horrible. Just so. Well, they said there's rumors that Scarlett Johansson was the one that leaked that out there. But do you think they seen the actors like uncut? Because apparently had didn't have the CGs fixed. Kind of like Wolverine, their Wolverine
Yeah.
Origins when that got released. They're like,
They show,
oh, that
Spider-Man
that
on the
hurt
train.
our box office. Like, no, a bad movie hurt your box office.
No, I think
That's
it was an okay movie. Right?
Didn't have like a horrible CG, like
he got
plane
Deadpool
fly
out of
over.
it. I mean, that's the good thing. But then they also said, hey, the merc with the mouth, what do we do at the end? Oh, let's just sew up his mouth. And then we're going to have a battle between 3 guys that can't be killed. That sounds like a great idea. Wonder what's going to happen there.
Sabretooth was like on his way out. The Sabretooth couldn't get the surgery because he's like, I'd kill you. You're too old.
Yeah, that wasn't very good.
It was not a
That
good
wasn't
idea.
very good at
I
all.
had fucking Will.I.am in it. What did you expect out of that movie?
I thought that was so funny that he was like this guy that in the comic books isn't black. I don't, if I'm not mistaken. And he talks with a southern accent, and it was like the worst thing. He's like, "Oh, Logan," and his power was like he could like teleport in essence. And then Sabretooth was like, "Ah, you wear too much aftershave, you die."
A comic book movie that I recently watched. I hadn't never fully watched it. Is the Losers, the DC comic based movie, which has surprisingly a lot of well-known actors in it before they really became big. Like you had Idris Elba in there, you had Jeffrey Dean Morgan in there, you had Chris Evans,
Yes,
skinnier Chris Evans.
Zoe Saldana.
Yeah, Zoe Saldana before she became big. She's real skinny in this movie.
She's always skinny. She's just a skinny woman. Have you seen her in the Corona commercials?
No, but she's really, really skinny in this movie. Like really,
She's
like,
really skinny. Like honestly, she's skinny all the time. Like you're just noticing it now.
And I know the movie got panned a lot, but it could now work as a DC original HBO Max show. Just make it a kind of an A-team action thing because it kind of ends like, oh yeah, here we go, we're continuing the story.
It's not a bad comic book actually, because like when I saw the movie, I got the first trade, and they did a really good job, staying true to the core story. But I was like, yeah, this is actually is it Ed Brubaker that writes it, if I'm not mistaken?
It feels like a very Ed Burbanker.
Brubaker.
Burbanker. Let's see, The Losers. Let me look that up.
I'm not
Fuck
familiar
you.
with it.
There's
Class is making fun of us, like mispronouncing.
no Andy Diggle.
Oh, okay.
But it was illustrated by Jock. Jock does some amazing work. I got his book. I talked about it. I got his book.
You did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's good. Well, on today's show, Boba Fett is getting a new name for his ship because of things. James Gunn is coming back for more DC movies and TV shows. And first we had America's ass. Now we're going to be getting America's vagina. But as in first, I don't even know. Transitioning was horrible right there. South Korean eco-friendly toilet turns your poop into power. And for guys like me and Joshua, or Joshua and I, if I speak proper English, digital currency. Because we're all into that digital currency right now.
Possible money fight.
We're all excited about 2 cents going up. Like, yes.
I have to say though that side note, I've never seen people tweet so fucking excited about something going from like $2.99 to $3.
I know.
It's the funniest shit ever. And I'm just like,
What are you buying? What are you buying?
But then like Bitcoin goes up from like 20,000 up to 30, and they're just like, it may hit 100,000.
Well, yeah, I read that.
If we can get $10, we got some money.
Hey, listen, I got a $200 profit, so I'm good.
Damn, I need to be in the loop on this shit.
We'll talk to you after the show.
Yeah, we'll tell you. I mean, I would say the best time I would have bought was when Joshua said, "Hey, my buddy just said get up on this thing," and but
what was it? It was like 30 cents a coin, right?
No, I think it was like $1 something.
No, I feel like it was less than $1 because I dumped like $20 in it, and I had like fucking 50 of them shits. So.
Okay. But I mean, it dropped like when everything dropped.
Yeah, remember that, right? I wasn't paying attention to it, and I think I tweeted it too. I was like, "Oh my god, my crypto wallet went from like being $100 to like 70." And then it kept going down. I was like, "Oh my god!"
I just turned my off. I was like, I'm not looking at notifications. And then all of a sudden, like people are just like, "Oh my god, it's going back up again." So yeah, crypto's fun.
That fucking Dogecoin or Dogecoin or whatever. I hopped on that thing when it was like low, and so I dropped like I don't know $700 on it. And last I look, I was.
Look at that
I
face.
still haven't sold it. So I haven't lost money yet. But I picked up I think I'm at like 500. So I'm just waiting for it to hopefully break even. Then I'm gonna take my fucking money out of that shit.
I don't think it is.
Hey, we're gonna give you a name, and you're gonna go and convert that to the name.
Yeah, we should do that. Yeah.
Okay.
So after the show.
Yeah, after the show,
I need to hear about this.
We'll tell you. Anybody that's in on the crypto probably knows
All
what
right.
we're talking about. But yeah, this new
Just say it.
what's that? No,
Then just tell me.
That's how the rich stay rich. They don't tell the poor people about
right.
it. No, because the Dogecoin thing was funny because I don't know because you don't have Facebook. So our buddy, and I mentioned this before, Kennedy, he was like, "Oh, him and his friends like, oh my God, Dogecoin to the moon, to the moon." And then,
guys, got to get on this. It's gonna be big.
Then it just like stopped, and I was thinking to myself, I was like, me and Doc are not gonna be like that because I'm not saying that. I'm not tweeting that. I'm not doing any of that shit. Because Dogecoin seemed to have been, as one coworker said, I think that was a joke that went too far and it got a lot of people.
What? Yeah. That guy, no, the guy who created said it was just a joke coin. And then somehow Elon Musk got connected, which really, like, all of a sudden everyone was like, oh, Elon Musk is on it. And then because of the way he acted with it, everybody's like, oh, yeah. Don't listen to him when it comes to crypto. He doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. He may be able to create flamethrowers and fly shit up to the sky, but he doesn't understand.
Even the one class, even the one that me and Doc are doing, it seems to be it has a lot of haters. And when you have a lot of haters,
it does.
It seems like one dude I was on Twitter. And I just like start looking at it because that's where I get my information. And one dude, he's like an analyst for this stuff. He's an old man. He's like, oh, it's gonna go belly up by the end of the night, and it did it. And he's just like, oh, eventually it's gonna go belly up. And like a lot of people fucking hate this coin, and I'm like,
they hate the coin because they feel like we're getting way on to crypto. That it may compete with Ethereum, Ethereum is a really good coin. Like that and Bitcoin. If you're just gonna put money, it's safe bets. It's like putting money into Apple, Google, or something like that.
Right,
but I mean,
right now Bitcoin is fucking expensive.
It's going to cost money. I mean, but you can buy into it.
Yeah,
right.
But going back to what you said, it's supposedly people are getting out of their contracts with Ethereum and putting it with that one. Remember, I sent you that article?
Yes, because they're thinking that if this in mid-September, if the contracts work through, they're thinking it's gonna pop up. And really, I mean, popping up between $10 to $100, I mean, that's small chump change compared to like 4,000 or 10,000 or even 100,000. Like they're saying Bitcoin could go up. But if you got shares in right now and it pops up like that, you're gonna be sitting pretty good.
Like one dude at my job, he has 3,000 of the one me and Doc have, and I'm like,
send me a text about this then. Just let me know. I want to get in on
right, it's not like you're gonna miss out if we send you a message in an hour. Like this is the one.
Apparently, I've missed out since how long?
Right. Here. Like I'm just gonna text him right now so that he.
That's a good man, Doc.
If Doc, like, if it goes to like 150, this dude at my job, he's damn near six figures. His portfolio 6 figures.
So. That's what I'm talking about, man.
See, the funny thing is like
I'll throw some money in.
How much I invested, like I kept saying to myself, like, well, if it doubles its money, I'm gonna take out and then just be like playing with the
house money.
But now I'm like, ooh, maybe not, because if it keeps going, like I don't want to be like, oh, I took this much out and now this is all the money I've lost, because when you get out, that's when you lose money. It's when you're staying
maybe in. Both of Doc just bought a new SUV. I just bought a brand new truck, so like maybe we'll have it paid off.
Yeah. Well,
no, that's. I look at it like three things. It's three scenarios. Either one, you're going to be well off.
Mm-hmm.
Two, you're going to be fucking financially sound. Or three, you're going to be fucking a millionaire. If it goes either one of those routes. So I'm comfortable with being well off. I'm comfortable with having a good chunk of money, and I'm damn sure comfortable with being a millionaire, but it's not going to get to that point. But there's some people out there that go, dude, it could get to that point in a short amount of time.
Again, Ethereum a year ago was $300 something, and then now is up to nearly $4,000.
Yeah.
Oh, we're really on
like If it gets to Ethium, I'm seriously gonna be you're gonna see a permanent smile on my fucking face.
You're gonna
I'll tell you that
you're gonna
much.
have a Lambo. Anyway, going
I don't
further.
drive.
Oh yeah, you're right. Well, if you ever move to
What app do you guys use?
I use Coinbase.
I'd use Coinbase, but
Coinbase?
here's some advice. If you use Coinbase Pro, the charges are much less than using Coinbase, and then you can transfer it to Coinbase so you can monitor how the market's going.
Oh, you tell me about that later.
But yeah, I can do that. But ideally, they say if you do have money in there or it's worth a lot, you may want to pull it off, put it in a cold storage so that it never gets hacked and stolen. That's just some little advice. Do some research here. Paco Rabanne's latest fragrance has NFC, so you scan it with your phone and it unlocks little digital trinkets or interactive filters or personalized playlists for you so that you can smell the best and have a little fun with it. Is this something we need in our world? Is perfume that you scan so that you can unlock stuff?
No.
All right.
Nah.
That's kind of how I felt.
Like, what was the purpose? Like, oh, I have this fragrance from men, and I scan it and I unlock stuff. Like, there's just stupid ways. I think like people are trying to be too interactive with like fucking their products. And
the way I look at it is there's companies. It's like this is what everybody's doing. It feels like in the '90s when rap was big. So like McDonald's had to do rapping in their commercials. Like you guys are not getting the point of what that's. No. You're marketing wrong. You're just marketing wrong. It's like when I see a commercial, 5 years ago when you see a commercial and they've got somebody doing like fucking Fortnite dancing. I was just like, nope, you're dating yourself with Fortnite dancing in there, buddy. Anybody's flossing or whatever? Nope.
Yeah, anytime there are fads and commercials try to get on that fad, it doesn't age well, and it's very short term. So
that kind of reminds me with movies that like date themselves. I went and saw Free Guy, which is all built around this world. It's an interactive game, and Ryan Reynolds' character kind of develops AI and becomes the first artificial intelligence that actually forms a soul, really. And then they decided to put in, I guess, to market it for everybody, like streamers that play video games and stuff that do YouTube or Twitch or something. And I'm like watching it going, you've instantly dated this. If you'd have just got actors that acted as streamers, you wouldn't have. But now you see these characters, some of these people are probably going to get charged for rape or murder or something like that. These are not always good people. And there's been a couple Twitchers that have been charged with rape or all that kind of stuff. I'm just saying it dates a movie when you're like, Emily,
there has?
Oh yeah. I'll play some list and some names for there. Yeah, they groom women and stuff like that. I'll get that. I just think it's stupid. I
hate that term, groom.
Like,
how do you groom a person that's the same age as you?
You're controlling what their thought process is and making them do exactly what you want to.
Oh, so you're just being a dude.
So that's horrible.
Because if a chick does it, she's flaunting the pussy, right? Or is that am I wrong here?
It's like controlling people who if you're friends with someone, it's like, why are you friends with them on Facebook and shit?
Yeah,
and it's like,
I know women don't groom, but women do try to change guys, right? Especially those.
I had a conversation with someone, and I was just like, it's fucking hilarious. Like they'll try to change someone even though then the person's not going to change. But
I think they're defining it more by grooming is you're designing them for sex.
What's that Merle Haggard song? Think I'll just stay here and drink. And he says, "Ain't no woman gonna change the way I think."
Wouldn't you agree, Doc? Though women who fucking look what happened to that basketball player and that chick who's notoriously she fucks celebrities. Like she was on video saying you just fuck a celebrity, you fuck a professional athlete, you're good for life.
What? Which Kardashian are we talking about?
Not the Kardashians. They have money.
But hasn't Chloe or Temptress or Zoe or whatever the hell their names are, and one of them was dating?
No, they all have money. Those women have money. They just fucking around. Or if a woman who fucking these type of women what's the version they're grooming men, right? They're in an essence, right?
I mean they're not really grooming. I think they're looking for that payday sometimes, right?
I feel like grooming is a term they should use with women or children. It's when you're a pedophile or something, right?
It does.
I
It
just,
does
like,
feel like, yeah, especially
yeah.
like what's his name? The one that guy killed himself in the prison. Epstein.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was
Oh
grooming
yeah,
young
yeah, yeah.
women. Yeah,
Well, so did what was that producer or whatever?
Harvey
Weinstein.
Weinstein.
Weinberg. Yeah, Weinstein.
I
Well,
don't think he was
because
grooming. He was
grooming,
just
he was just like,
He was
you want
just
to
using
sue me?
abusing his power.
yes, he was.
Yeah.
And yeah.
All right, we went a dark turn, so let's continue the dark turn. Apparently, there's a new spiked seltzer coming out, made for your inner '90s kids. It is Warhead flavored seltzer, and we know how much love our own Josh over there loves seltzer drinks.
Except the iced tea ones. Those shits were disgusting.
Oh yeah, you did not like those. You're like, save those; those are mine. And then you drank.
Dude, Warheads
have
are
those.
great, and as candy as like you pack that punch and it's one little bite, but I could not imagine sitting.
Have you
and
ever
sipping on
drank like a
Warhead drink.
very sour drink and like this is amazing? Like that sounds horrible, right?
Yeah, it sounds awful.
Like if you want to
Sounds
drink,
awful.
you want a sweet drink, right? You don't want sour drinks.
I mean, or yeah. For the most part, I couldn't imagine, dude. That perfect example. Everyone listen to episode 300. We all tried. What was
that
that? There
ranch.
was
Whoa, now
ranch.
wait.
there was well,
I
me
was
and
smart.
Doc, I think, and me
Oh,
and
the beer we're
Ronnie.
talking about?
The
Yeah,
ranch
yeah.
soda and
No,
the
well, there was
habanero.
yeah, the habanero
that was
beer.
horrible.
was
Yeah,
not
that was
good.
awful. Like,
I mean, I don't know
Was
what
it
was
me
worse,
and-
was
and-
that or the jalapeno soda that we had? Not jalapeno, the
Yeah.
ranch
ranch.
flavored.
oh
That was-
yeah,
Like a
Yeah,
wrestler tried that,
name?
and I just like
Ronnie
It's like some-
Jonah. Ooh,
yeah,
yeah.
Ronnie. Yeah.
Mm,
No, it wasn't
Yeah.
Ronnie. It was the other girl that was friends with her, the other friend of the show.
yeah.
That she was
Oh yeah.
one of the characters from Cowboy
Cowboy
Bebop.
Bebop
She
from
did too.
the previous concave that we were at.
Oh man, I was shocked. I was like, "No, these girls in the wrong room," and they came in. They're like, "What's up, Doc?" And I was
They're
like,
never in the
"Damn,
wrong
Doc."
room when it comes to our
No,
podcast.
I had no
I
idea. I was
wrong-
like, "Doc, all
I
right,
have
buddy."
to say,
Just
that
like Paul
shit
Heyman
is-
says in the wrestling business, you first bring the women in, and that will bring the men in to watch the show.
Yeah, and
I
that's
have
how it
to
happened.
say, Homegirl is actually one of our coolest fans, and she's always down to see the show when we do concave. So respect to her, even though I
Dude.
don't know her name.
I don't either, but it was awesome. I was just like,
And they have a
"What's
beautiful
this?"
dog. Her and her husband have a beautiful dog that
Yeah,
was hanging out with us.
The corgi,
Oh.
you mind, Stein?
Oh, never mind. All right, on to the next. Never mind. Special said husband.
That's great. Yeah. Well,
All
in
right.
movie,
Anyway,
well, I guess in movie news, TV news, and comics, Boba Fett ship has now have officially a new name.
now
Blast,
this is-
can you remind everybody what the original Boba Fett name of its ship was?
it was the Slave One.
That is correct. It was the Slave One, and I think in the world we live in today,
You can't even use the word slave
you can't. No,
for a vehicle.
apparently you're not allowed to also say master bedroom anymore either because of the
What?
Constitution. Yep.
You know, at one point they're trying to get the word owners off of the people that own teams, right?
Oh, really?
For fuck's sake,
Yeah.
man! Come on. It's
we don't-
it's Jesus Christ.
So,
I-
I think it's funny that it's like, why did nobody have an issue when it first came out, and now it's when we're in this cancel culture world, that's when like everybody's like, oh my god, I'm offended by this word. It's always been there, right? Like,
I mean, it's fucking Slave One. It's the name of his ship. It's a cool name. It's a dope looking ship. It's everything about Boba Fett is fucking awesome. Like, just fucking, you don't have to watch it. Just like, who's really getting offended by this? Who's getting offended? Like, who has brought this to the attention? Why is it always like I don't-
somebody
it's-
randomly probably was walking through an aisle at Target and like clutched their pearls and said, "Oh my lord, that says slave on it. What am I supposed to do?"
Whoa. Whoa. Are they in the South? Like
Guarantee
a bell?
I don't want.
Bell
I
at
don't,
the
I don't want
bell
to
at the
be
ball?
like. I don't want to like stereotype, but I guarantee it was a white woman that probably had the problem with it.
that's
No,
that's
I wouldn't even say a white person. I would
I
say
would
woman.
guarantee.
No,
Okay,
no,
we
it's,
probably
no,
do.
it's a white woman. No, yeah, I will go ahead and I will die on that ship. I
Nah.
guarantee it was a white woman.
I think it was one of those. You know what happened? Somebody made a comment on one of the board. Like, I feel like this grew because someone made a comment with their group of friends, and their group of friends started making noise about it, and it started going through the proper channels. and it got up to the higher ups and Disney and was like, yeah, let's change his name. Let's change the name. Because you have to understand there's a good group of people, amount of people that if they have a problem with something, they will band together and make life hell for the people that they give their money to.
True. That's true. So now you're gonna get Boba Fett and the fire spray. Fire spray.
Oh, fuck off.
Fire spray.
What a horrible name.
Does it spray fire?
Mm.
Fire spray.
They expect the name to be launched sometime soon in the in a new
Episode of
comic
Boba Fett.
No, there's a comic book coming out in September that's going to actually have the name officially launch, and then but yeah, Star Wars Lego set came out that just called it the Boba Fett Starship, and apparently what they're saying is it's a fire spray 31 class patrol and attack craft, so that it's like it's
So
like
they have to make up a
it's
new
like
name
calling
for a ship?
Firefly. The show Firefly is the Firefly branded ship, but they call it Serenity.
Dude, it's Boba Fett was just a
Like, are you
bounty
guys
hunter
gonna call
that
it
went
the,
around, and that was, it's not like he had a bunch of fucking people tied up with chains that like he made them go out and fucking do like, you
No,
know,
he had
shit
them in
work
carbon,
like people did back in the fucking 1800s or whatever, you know, like get the dude, it's
Yeah,
the name of a ship, man.
They had slaves back in old like BC times too. Like, ask the Jewish people what they thought of slaves.
Well, apparently in like North Korea, like slavery and shit is still going on.
I
And
would
it's
say
like
there's
that-
probably that in
Yeah.
Africa too.
Yeah, probably. I mean,
Yeah,
but
they
it's
ain't they ain't ship them over here anymore. They realize, oh, we could utilize this here in this this
well,
country.
it's I mean, it's
Like,
horrible. Like slavery was it's an awful fucking, you know, like I don't even have to say that. Everyone knows this stuff, but it was just the name of a fucking ship, man. Like it wasn't called like the N-word. It was like Slave One. Jesus Christ. Like if it was
Boba,
something really
Get
bad.
to the ship. N-word. There's
Like,
the N-word. Get in.
Dude, it's
God,
like
shoot,
okay.
God, shoot.
like like I mean, all right, Washington Redskins. I'm a Redskins
Oh
fan.
my God, here comes that N-word flying at us.
But it's like,
Oh,
you know,
don't-
all right, if Native Americans really had a problem with it, okay, fine. I respect that. I'm a Redskins fan or a watching football team fan. I respect that. If that's really the issue and you want it changed, then hey, all right, that's fine. If it offends you, I get that. But Slave One.
What would
Dude,
you put? What they should have put an S at the end of slaves, and it would have been Slaves One. Oh, the Slaves One. Yeah. Yo, Chris, I'm not trying to date you here with your age, but do you remember like when they were complaining about the Redskins name and like Indians came to the defense and like we don't have a problem with the name
Yeah.
of the team?
yeah, it was like white people. Like Doc was saying earlier, he was like, I guarantee it's a white woman that's doing this.
White woman.
It,
A white
like
woman.
they interviewed like, well, I don't want to say every Native American in the world because it's not true, but it's like I remember seeing like that. I remember seeing that, Joshua, and they were like, Native Americans like, we don't give a fuck. It's fine. Like, you know, we hate that the team sucks, but like the Native Redskins are just fine. Like they were probably more offended that the team was shitty. So it's like, fucking white people. Man. God, ruin everything.
Well,
Slave
one
Fuck
thing
that.
coming out of the Birds of Prey movie, or we should call it the Harley Quinn movie, Black Canary, because that was one of the most interesting characters they could have made a solo film. Is going to getting
We're
a
just gonna
solo
call her
film.
Canary from here on because I don't like the name. Fucking
We're gonna call it Smollett. Juicy Smollett's sister.
Lovecraft writer and showrunner Misha Green, who's no longer going to be doing an additional Lovecraft Country, which I felt like made sense because the show kind of ended in the right place, is going to be coming on to be a showrunner for it. Justice for Smollett is going to be reprising the role of Black Canary. Oh no, that's her brother in it. So yeah, we're gonna be getting this, which I felt like the most interesting character out of that movie was what's her name?
The Huntress?
The Huntress. I felt
Mary Kate Winslet or whatever.
yeah, I felt the
Whatever.
Huntress character was
Oof.
the better.
Mary
of
Elizabeth
the two.
Winslet. That's right.
Which apparently if you need a Huntress movie,
Ramona.
there's that movie
Ramona
that's going to be coming
Flowers.
out with her as like a hitman kind of character. So I think that's coming to Netflix, maybe.
And
I
Mary
think that the
Elizabeth
whole-
Winstead or whatever her name is,
Yeah.
she's gonna be it.
Yeah,
Oh God, I love her so much, dude.
I forgot what.
I think the only interesting character from Harley Quinn's, whatever the fuck the name was Ewan McGregor's character, and he ain't coming back for no sequels.
Well, no, they blew him up, didn't they?
Yeah, pretty much. I feel
Wait,
like-
so is that how they met? Because they're dating, Ramona Flowers and Obi-Wan Kenobi. They're dating apparently. So is that how? I guess they met on the scene of that.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
Good for him.
Oh,
I mean,
dude,
like,
good for him.
he, like,
Dude, good
divorced
for
his
her. Have you
wife.
seen him? No. Yeah, man, good for him.
Obi-Wan
Man.
Kenobi? He's the Jedi Knight. You know, come on.
Yeah,
I can't
Class.
even be mad about that. Yes,
If you're
sir.
looking for Mary Elizabeth Winstead's newest movie, it's gonna Kate. Kind of looks like if like Huntress was poisoned and has to try to figure out who did it and to save her life, but she hunts down
That's
people.
awesome. What's
So
it
it
called?
kind of reminds me of what was the Statham movie?
Oh, Crank,
Pranked, yeah. It kind of looks
which
like
I was.
where
I
he was
literally thought
poisoned
of that
too, right?
movie. No, he was. He had. Yeah, in essence, yeah, in the first one.
And he had to keep his heart rate up a certain amount. or
Yeah,
he
in the
died.
second one,
Right.
they gave him an artificial heart, and he had to keep getting electrocuted to keep going.
Like
apparently they were
speed
supposed
of
to
the
make-
heart instead of
They were
a
supposed
bus.
to make
It
a part
was-
3 with the girlfriend, and I don't know what happened.
Why? Who was going? We need Amy Smart for another a sequel to this movie. Nobody was asking.
I
for it.
kind of feel bad because in part 2 they kind of just like did her dirty
Well, he did her dirty in the at the
at the track, right?
no, it was at the farmers market kind of thing, wasn't it? They were
Okay, so
outside.
I think in the second one, she's in the movie for like a good chunk of it, but then they just write her off. Where she gets like blown off by like I want to
Whoa.
say like a hose because he's like banging her on the track, and like they just like hey, you got to stop, and she goes she goes like
It never appears in the rest of the movie.
never, and I was like, what the fuck happened to Amy's character?
Alrighty. All right, James Gunn. They said we'll be back to make more DC movies or TV shows. We also know that he is going to be bringing on Peacemaker. Spoilers if you haven't seen Suicide Squad or paid attention to the news because they already said they've shot it.
Yeah, they like announced it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just like, oh, what's going to happen to Peace? Oh, what? Oh.
I mean, they gave you an after credit scene after the movie, so
I know, but like I was just like, I know he's coming back because like you're making a TV show about him. Like, what are you doing? That kind of reminds me. What is the most recent thing that like came out where Loki, where we talked about on the 300 episode, where it just doesn't make sense that you've already announced who is going to be playing Kang the Conqueror, and then shows up in Loki, and you're just like, oh, I wonder who that guy is.
Right.
Oh,
I mean, for people who didn't know, because like people at work didn't know who the fuck he was, and I had to
well,
explain.
yeah, the people that had no clue who he was, or the actor had no fucking clue who he was, because he's just rambled for 20 fucking minutes. Just made no fucking sense at all.
Someone tell me you didn't like Loki without telling me you didn't like Loki.
No, I liked Loki until they walked through that door, and he was like, hey guys, I'm gonna talk for 20 minutes. Something just happened. I don't know where we're going now.
that was pretty cool because someone like
Oh yeah, they edited the WandaVision.
is that what it was? They edited it, or they said
It times
happens at
up. It times up to when she gets that chaos magic that
and he
the
realizes something
multiverse-
happens, right?
multiverse has now been created, and he's
So
like, now
that's
it
pretty
doesn't
cool.
matter. Now everything's a go.
So,
But do you really
That's
think that?
interesting.
Because it's the same thing as like, oh my god, we had to edit Doctor Strange in at the very end of WandaVision because it only made sense that Doctor Strange would have been there at the end of WandaVision if she's going to be in the fucking new movie, and he would be the one training her how to deal with everything.
yeah, they dropped the ball with that one.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I feel like it was kind of like they wanted to be like this woman empowerment type thing, and I'm not saying it to be mean, but it was like, oh, she didn't need help, and a man didn't need to come save her, and I was like, nobody wanted Doctor Strange to come save her. Nobody. They were just saying something was going to happen that would introduce or put them together again. And once you announce the movie before the show happens and say, "Oh yeah, Scarlet Witch is gonna be like Doc says, like, oh, you're gonna announce Kang the Conqueror," why wouldn't you make something happen where it ends with them hanging out or meeting each other? It's kind of like that other movie they did, Black Widow, where it's like you kind of want to connect the dots, but you didn't, and you kind of fucked it up.
You've already revealed something way before. Now it's like, oh, the impact of this does not make any difference now. All
Marvel
right.
seems to drop the ball when it comes to like, let's connect point A to point B and show what happens. Even if it takes 5 seconds, it literally could just be like, "Hello, Wanda." That's it. If you just did that, we wouldn't have a problem. We'd be like, "Oh my god, it's so cool." But
I mean, shouldn't Kevin be like more like going, hey, I know we're doing this and this. Doesn't it make sense for us to do this? Or have they've got so many properties going on that he just like all of a sudden goes, oh shit, that we forgot about that.
I want to say they kind of want to see it because we've read reports. I don't know about Class, but Doc, me and you know, we've heard like the rumbles and the grumbles from people that work with Marvel and Disney say, even before they were bought. No, I'm not saying. Once they got bought by Disney, people were just like, we don't like working for these people. Like, it's a pain in the ass to work with them. And maybe Fiji's like, I don't care. You know, like, I'm just gonna do it my way. Like, they're still gonna they're still gonna give us their money, right? Like,
That's
look,
true. That's true.
like literally, we got a movie that's supposed to be coming out in like 3 months, and you haven't given us a trailer.
But no, we got. Well, I mean, but that's not really Marvel. That's Sony.
Still, like Marvel would tell them, like, you got to pump that trailer out. Like, you got to give us something. And it's like, what do we say? Like, oh, why?
They're already coming out with figures. I've seen that. Like, not even like Marvel Legends, like little kid type figures.
I'm almost feeling like they're worried that Shang-Chi and the Eternals they know are going to bomb, so they're just like, let's hold off as long as we can, because if they start
they pumped out Marvel Legends,
they're not going to talk about the other ones.
Spider-Man's going to sell, like, figure-wise and merchandise. Spider-Man's going to sell based off the name. But like they pumped out like Shang-Chi like figures.
Are you gonna buy Eternal figures? Like, are you?
No, I didn't buy
any of those characters.
You know what? I don't buy a lot of MCU figures when it comes to Legends. I'll buy some every now and then, but it's usually once it's time to where like I'll watch a movie and then I see the figures, then I'm like, oh, okay, I have a reason, because I was kind of like I enjoyed this figure in like Thor Ragnarok, like when the dude from The Boys was in there. I like before I saw the movie, I was like, I don't give a fuck about this bald guy with machine guns. Like, that's fucking stupid. Then I watched a movie and I was like, oh, he's kind of cool, man. Let me buy this 2-pack. So it's like they came out with the Shang-Chi, whatever, the Master Kung Fu figures well before this movie's even dropped. It's like there's just fucking peg warmers. It's like I don't give a fuck about these figures.
Nope.
I have a Master Kung Fu comic, like Marvel Legend, the comic version of the figure, because I really enjoyed Master Kung Fu the comic. But like, I have no, like, all those other, that series was a fucking bomb.
Didn't I send you the video of me pretending to be you at the GameStop? And the movie's coming out.
Yeah. You did a good job. I need to get back on that.
Like, I saw the release of because I don't know if you know this. I collect Funko Pops, and when I saw them drop the line of all the Eternals Funko Pops, and I was like, wow, these are just gonna sit somewhere, just warming pegs and shelves. These are not going to sell, because I'm watching that movie going, I don't connect with any of these characters. I was like, it was just like when they're doing the New Gods movie, and that got luckily canceled. I was like, who the fuck cares about gods? You've not built these characters up, and now you're going to throw like 8 fucking good guys and go, hey, connect with one of them and enjoy them. It's like, I don't fucking care.
I mean, I'll be going back to what I was trying to say was, if fucking, like, you criticize DC and The Rock, like, why haven't you give us anything of this movie that you've been shooting? And Shazam is being made, and they show Shazam, like, you know. So Marvel has a problem. They could have easily said, hey, do something where you show like a fucking circle. Like, you see people take their own little projects like Boss Logic, and they do these posters. Just do that. Do something. But they didn't do any of that. And going back to
which one are we talking about?
For like Spider-Man, No Way Home. I'm like, you literally could have just done something to entice us, but they literally dragged ass on this.
No, they did.
I don't think Shang-Chi is gonna be a flop. and I don't think Eternals is going to be a flop because whatever they come out with is gold.
Well,
It's
I
just
think
like
the
whatever.
problem you're going to run into Shang-Chi is I don't think a lot of people are going to go to the theater. Like, I don't think it is. It's getting a lot of good buzz, but I don't think there's a draw for it. Like, I don't.
No,
I'm going to watch
I
it whenever
really, I want to see it. I really
Yeah,
want to
see
see
it?
it because it's a Marvel movie.
There
I
you
love
go.
kung fu movies, and
There you go.
I was a big fan of Master of Kung Fu. The like.
All right, so let's
comic in the
take
70s
this.
and
Are you
80s.
excited
But
about
that's
the
me.
Eternals?
Not at all, because I don't have. No, I'm not. I'm not.
I mean, and then
But
the
I wasn't
trailer, all I
excited-
saw with the
but
trailer with the.
wasn't-
I was saying,
I
all I
wasn't
saw with
excited
the.
about Matt. Go ahead, buddy.
Fuck you, we keep interrupting each other.
I know. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Doc.
All right, thank you. Like with the trailer for the Eternals, all I see is people fucking walking around, and I didn't see anything that was like, "This is fucking cool." I was like, "This is fucking boring."
Yeah. Well, Guardians of the Galaxy. I remember in the '90s they came out with Guardians of the Galaxy, like the comic, and I was like, "This just looks stupid." But I didn't get. I didn't get into a lot of space or like
Cosmic stuff.
cosmic type stuff other than like Silver Surfer type shit back in the 90s or the 80s. I just, it wasn't really. Starjammers, didn't fucking care about that. I hated when X-Men teamed up with Starjammers. It just wasn't my thing. And I have some buddies that really liked it. They like New Gods. I never got into that shit. And so I didn't give a shit about Guardians of the Galaxy. And then when that movie came out, I was like, wow, this is like really good. And it made me give a fuck about all of these brand new characters.
Oh yeah.
And so if Marvel can if they can fucking strike gold twice, or strike oil twice, that doesn't make sense. Strike oil twice by doing and they have a good track record. If they can do a Guardians of the Galaxy, it didn't have to be like that with the old 70s fucking funky music and nothing like that. But if they can make you give a fuck about that many characters for a title like Eternals that like no one fucking really is familiar with or gives a fuck, even if you're a comic book fan, then they did a good job. But me personally, I have no hype for it. Now, fucking Master Kung Fu, absolutely, I do. But that's just based off the comic book, old school comics.
I saw the trailer and I was like, oh, it looks like it's gonna have some cool action sequences. I'm interested in the story, but I'm not hyped for it. But you look, all of us here just said it. It's a Marvel movie. We're gonna go see it, regardless of how.
I mean, I go see DC movies, okay? And I know certain individuals, Kennedy, would say I go there just to hate on them, but I don't. I give them credit. I want to see if something good, and you know what? Something did good come happen. Well, a movie that I thought would be good, and that's Suicide Squad by James Gunn. That was very good. Though
was it good? I'm gonna try to watch that.
I mean, it's not amazing or anything like that.
Ending.
Like, well, there's some weird stuff. Like, there's this part where they're going through and murdering a bunch of rebels. And I mean, it was a fun little thing because they were going to save Rick Flag, and somehow Rick Flag and this chick who are in a tent don't hear any of this stuff until they open up the thing and they're like, "Hey, what are you guys doing?" They're like, "Oh."
Well, no, there was some stealth kills there. Like they were trying to do it stealthy, and I think you kind of missed that.
Hey, the little stand thing where they were shooting a gunner stand fell right next to the tent.
Yeah, but still, it just like that was closer to the tent. But
and then the funny is they kill all these rebels. Spoilers if you haven't seen the movie, which you should because it's on HBO Max.
Haven't.
You'll be able to find it. Plex.
I have HBO Max.
Okay, HBO Max then.
Go Team Venture.
Which I was disappointed. I thought they may try to the Venture. They would expand out the screens, but they still did the 4x3 in the beginning.
Oh yeah, I got upset at that because I was like, "What the fuck am I watching?" But carry on.
Yeah, it's still Ventures. But yeah, and the funny thing is they have these rebels that they deal with, and then there was like, oh, these rebels, it has no claim to the plot. It doesn't matter.
Well, because it's a subplot because there was a coup going on.
Yeah,
and in the coup, it was helping.
But there was no real good payoff. They didn't need this fucking rebel force. They got in on their own.
No, they didn't need the rebel force, but Rick Flag was like, "We're trying to help these people be liberated." So it's like, think current events, Afghanistan, when it doesn't.
I know. It just really didn't. But no, there's some. I mean, it's a lot more violent than the original movie.
Oh hell yeah!
Good.
That first which
And
wanna
I
say-
called it. I called it on the show. I called it. Pete Davidson would be the first to die. And at first, I was like, "Fuck." I might have been wrong, but no. As the movie ends, it tells me Pete Davidson died first. I fucking called it.
I feel like we both said that, but
We
okay.
did. We did. We agreed that said like, if who's gonna die first, and we were like, "Yep, it's Pete Davidson." Because
I kind of like the fact that I was like, yeah, Jai Courtney is done. Like, it's like he's done as fucking as Captain Boomerang.
Do you not like him as Captain Boomerang?
I do, and I
Well,
thought the character was going
I'm
to be
just
really
gonna
cool.
Take my headphones off. Why you guys?
It
talk
happens
about
all at the
this.
beginning of the fucking movie.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it at all.
Oh,
Yeah,
spoilers.
Yes, I will.
Oh my God! It's a movie
No.
called Suicide Squad, and if you read the comics, people die in it. I
Time
wonder
out.
what's gonna happen.
See, this is the thing, though, Clash. You're not really
Peacemaker
into it.
lives. Spoilers.
We if you would have like saw how like they showed the movie, and even in the trailer, you're gonna be like, oh man, look at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people walking in a line in the beginning of the trailer, and they never pop up back up in the trailer.
Oh yeah, they never pop up.
Right.
They're like, all right, something happens
So-
between here and here, and it
And
takes
I think
5 minutes before all that shit happens.
yeah. And
Yeah.
even after they showed the trailer, I kind of told Doc, I was like, I think they're gonna kill at least 5 of those people that we see in the fucking very beginning of the
Oh,
trailer.
for sure. Yeah,
So I was just, you're not missing much, but I just thought, I was like, man, he was such a cool character. And I think what happened was they told him, he's like, look, mate, I don't want to do this movie anymore. Perfect, we're gonna kill you, because I don't think they had anything for him. But the
for Captain
character could've-
Boomerang.
yeah,
Yeah.
I really like Captain Boomerang in the comics, though, man. Like,
yeah. So I'm
I don't know.
hoping maybe someone brings up the idea of like his son, because his son kind of has super speed and throws the boomerangs.
yeah,
hopefully-
yeah.
Hopefully they do that with the kid, because
Yeah,
the fucking
I-
video game.
I don't feel
He
like
has-
Captain Boomerang needed to last very long, because he would have been, when you were having the situation with the Flag, Peacemaker, and Idris Elba's character Bloodsport. I think Boomerang would have been a distraction.
No, I think he would have been like him and King Shark would have had like great interaction.
Oh yeah, but I think he would have he would have been too much of a distraction. Like King Shark wasn't a distraction. I mean, he was just like, hey, I'm along for the ride. But I think he would have fucked around too much that those 3 people would have had problems with him.
Nah, I don't. So I disagree, but
Well,
who cares? He's
it doesn't
done.
matter. He's
It
dead.
doesn't-
Spoilers
he's
for
dead.
class.
In the first 5 minutes of the movie.
Well, in TV news,
Yeah, well, I'll watch it tonight.
I know Class, this is one of his favorite movies. He probably never even seen it. Waterworld is getting a TV series development. The 1995 Kevin Costner
Never.
film is apparently by Universal Television and looking to probably come on the Peacock channel.
Peacock channel.
So we're going to be getting a Waterworld, because why not?
Oh, fuck. Ooh, Hollywood's run out of ideas.
Like
Hollywood
they've ran out of ideas that they're scraping the bottom. And they're like, people remember Waterworld, right? It's an IP. We could sell this.
I'll give you 20. I'll bet 20 fucking dollars. Watch it be a girl. The lead is a girl or a black person.
Joshua, called Waterworld.
Oh, what are you trying to say, Doc?
What is she going to do when she's on her period? Oh, you were going the black route. That's wrong.
Oh,
I was thinking about her period in the water and everything. Sharks.
Well, no, time out, because the main character, Kevin Costner's character, was a mutant. So she's a mutant hybrid. She doesn't probably have a period.
Oh, there you go. You're right. If she's fish, they don't bleed in the water.
And Clash just outed himself as a racist right there. Ah, the black guy.
he just said something about water. I was just like, oh, well, you're going there.
I want people to know it's way worse when no one's watching the show.
Yeah, when there's not a
Oh,
filter.
man.
Oh, I'm having fun.
Doc is like, I like you a lot because you get my sense of humor. You don't get offended. I'm like, why would I?
I know. Everybody else does. I'm like, I'm just making jokes. Like, I'm not legit like trying to be angry or anything like that. I have a dark sense of humor.
Me too.
Joshua is okay with Boba Ship's name. Boba Fett
Ship.
ship. Boba.
Dad,
Yeah.
fire, dad, fire. Anyway,
Fire, fire.
fire, dad, fire. Oh, I was like, oh, Lucas, you fucked 2 kids up. You fucked up Vader and fucking Boba Fett with that fucking kid.
That's funny. Good one. Good.
Go
good
back and
call.
watch it. I was like, oh, that's some horrible acting. Nobody could say.
It is.
Can you say it like in a normal way? Not da, fire,
Fire.
dad.
Fire.
Go,
He's
dad.
Samoa. No,
Oh, Samoans are all supposed to sound like that? Because The Rock doesn't fucking sound like that.
dude, no. Go, bro. Listen to me. Look at me, Doc. Go look at some of those Samoan
Look at 'em.
people that no, because if I show you, I'm gonna show you. I'll send you a clip. They talk like that, like the Samoa. They don't even say. They say Samoa. Da no. They talk like that. Like the ones.
Do you
that still
feel like
live-
Boba Fett was Samoan?
No, that guy's what? He's
Tony Rocky
Polynesian or something?
Horror.
Like, isn't he like Polynesian? He's like from that this
Something
section.
like that. God,
And if you,
I want to try to find the video of that.
like no, I because I put 2 to the guys like, oh, remember that kid's probably Samoan, or they come from those islands and they talk like that,
This has
like
to
the ones that.
Here, I'm gonna turn it down, see if I can find it.
Yeah, turn that shit down because I'm gonna say that.
Because I know when he was in the he's in the ship.
What's the name of the ship, Doc?
It's fire sprayer. It's a fire sprayer. It's a good fire sprayer. Where is it at? I don't see it. God, if I would have thought about this. Oh, there he is. He's doing something in the fucking plane. As we know it, Slave One.
What a good
I'm
name.
sorry.
I've turned it off. I don't think it's there. All right. Netflix. As we saw with the most recent Cowboy Bebop photos, which the funny thing is I was IGN was doing a doing fucking Easter eggs from the photos, and I was like, "What the fuck, IGN? You guys have nothing to talk about." Like they were going, and look in the back of the picture here, there's a record player, and I was like, "Wow, what do I do
Wow.
with that information, IGN? How does that really work?" I remember that episode where they played records on Cowboy Bebop. Now I'm connected. The fuck, a record player behind them. I mean, if there's like a fucking like a gun or like, it's been a while since I watched Cowboy Bebop, so I don't know like what iconic thing would have been. A blonde lady with big boobies with a cowboy
And stars.
hat. Yeah, and stars covering up. Yeah, then I would have been like, oh, I know that, Dad. Anyway, Netflix is also working on a live-action Pokemon series. Joe Henderson is developing the deal, kind of in the same style as Detective Pikachu, which I didn't hate Detective Pikachu. I thought it was a cute movie. Like some
Good
people
movie.
like fucking hating on it, and I was like, it was a fun. You really
Who
can't.
hated?
There
who
are people
hated
out
on
there
it?
that fucking hated Detective Pikachu. They thought it was stupid. And I was like, it was a fun little movie.
I didn't think anyone would thought it was gonna be like a father-son like movie, but
No, I didn't think so either. Like that was actually spoilers class. It was the voice. Ryan Reynolds was actually the voice of his father, who died and transferred his soul into
No, he didn't die. He got
transferred
kidnapped
his soul
by-
into his Pikachu, right?
it was he transferred Mewtwo transferred his consciousness into the Pikachu.
That's right.
Like he kind of combined them in essence.
and then at the end, he was a real boy. After that,
You know, because he separated them. That's why. Because like I guess he put the human in the Pikachu, but erased his memory as a detective and a father. That must have been the easiest, like 10 mil or 20 mil Ryan Gosling,
know.
Ryan Reynolds made.
There you go.
that
I don't know
it.
if you heard that or not, Doc.
No.
That was it.
Send it to him.
Give me
so
the
we can
link.
play it.
You're looking at about 2 minutes. I'll send you the link at the 2-minute mark.
Wait,
I'm
is it
sending you the
is
link
it
right
the Obi-Wan versus Jango Fett?
It's Obi-Wan versus Slave One. Whoops. Obi-Wan versus Shitfire or whatever his name is.
Is it
Here,
Obi-Wan?
I'm sending you the
Oh, so it's
I'm sending you
Obi-Wan
the link right
versus
now.
okay.
Slave One right about the 2-minute mark. There he is, died fire.
Fire, Dad, fire. Is that it? That's got to be right here. Hold on. Let's see.
Go right about the 2-minute
minute?
mark.
All right.
Because at 2:04, I think he says it.
Blast, that's why I hate life.
Anything else? Is that it at that moment? Are they laugh here like? Okay, this is way too long. I didn't think it was gonna be this long. All right, never mind. Fuck. But he does say fire.
Well, you got to write it. You got the fire part.
So we did.
Fire.
I didn't think he laughed.
Beavis and Butthead.
Ah, you got him, Dad. Good job, Dad.
Hold
Hey,
on, I'm gonna send Doc someone talking. And I want Doc to play it. So just so you can hear the dude's voice, because this shit is
Even
hilarious.
Roman Reigns says Samoa.
Yeah, like if
Samoa.
you like Rikishi kind of talks.
Rikishi does do that.
Yeah. So you
Yeah.
have to the way they talk, their dialect or whatever it's called is similar. But yeah,
What's he gonna do, man? He's Samoan.
yeah.
While are you looking that up? We'll finish it up with our TV news.
I sent it to you, but like
Actually,
just-
we got two things. Yes.
lower it though. I don't want people's like fucking eardrums to do it.
All right. HBO Max is working on a new TV series called The Final Girl Support Group, based around a support group that is helping women who were the last women to survive horrific, sleepaway camps or Camp Crystal Lake kind of idea. It's going to be produced by Charlize Theron and Andy Muschietti and his wife Barbara. It's going to be coming out very soon. It's a LA-based therapeutic support group of 6 final girls survivors of mass murders, rampages who experience inspired of the slasher franchises. What do you guys think about that? Are y'all listening? No, I don't think they are.
I mean, why do that when you could just do Hack Slash? Like Hack Slash would be an awesome TV show.
Well, that's not Hack Slash. Hack Slash is where they're hunting down those.
Do you know that comic book?
I know.
Doc?
I know that comic book. Yes,
That would make a great TV show,
It
like on
would.
HBO Max or
Um,
Netflix.
but I don't think it would be HBO Max because that is a Hack and Slash is who has that rights.
Dynamite or something.
So you know what it would do?
Hack
Hack
and
and Slash would get picked up by Sci-Fi and canceled mid fucking season or something like that.
Someone's still butthurt about Deadly Cast. I am too.
Think it was a fucking good show.
Is Resident Alien still going, or did they
Yeah,
cancel
Resident
that
Alien
too?
got a season 2 on it. That's
Jesus.
totally different than the comic book, though.
Okay.
Image Comics, previously Devil's Due Publishing. So they, I mean, I think it would be fun.
That because when I heard they were trying to make that into a movie, I was like, that works better as a TV show. Because you can just create
'cause
all.
you have a monster of the week.
Yeah. Like I'm
Well,
surprised those characters aren't on Dead by Daylight either. Like they should be really popular in the horror.
Yeah,
culture.
but I
Because
mean,
think-
what characters would they be battling? Because I mean, Dead by Daylight, it's usually the horror creatures, but they're not the bad guys in this.
No, but you can have those two as the characters, and there were like at least off the top of my head, like 3 good fucking like monsters. Like the mother was the lunch lady.
Yep.
There was like a killer coach, like a gym teacher. Then the rock god, that was pretty cool. Like there were that was a really good. The doctor, there was a doctor there too. Like there's some good characters, and I feel like any studio that picks that up and does it right and sells it, they got themselves like a good 3 seasons worth of quality material if done right, because it has to be rated R. Like it has to be mature.
I was remember reading one of the comics where if you know comic book writers and artists, there was one where there was a mass murder going on at a comic convention, and poor Robert Kirkman and Scotty Young and a number of other different writers all got murdered at this place. I was like, I know those guys. I know their work. Oh,
That's funny.
poor Robert Kirkman was like trying to be so helpful and everything, but he got murdered. Well, on a certain South Park episode, and it actually featured in a certain South Park video game, Casa Bonita, the restaurant featured on the show, is apparently going into bankruptcy. And I guess it helps when Trey and Matt got a $900 million deal to continue on with South Park. They're now going to be the new owners of the Casa Bonita. If you
I
don't,
didn't even know that was a real place.
I
found
thought
this
it was
out.
fake, and apparently
Yeah.
it was a big place in around Denver or something.
Casa Bonita, Casa Bonita.
It is built in 1974. Features arcade, game, waterfall with cliff divers. And then you watch the episode, and again, it's part of the South Park game too, the second version, South Park: The Fractured Butthole. If you've ever want to check it out, which I've not finished that version. I've finished the first one. I still need to finish.
I finished the second one. I don't remember Casa Bonita in the second one.
It's the expansion.
Oh, see, I figured that was it. I never played the expansion.
Okay. See, I hadn't finished the first one, and I played a little bit of the expansion.
I tell you, man, the second one with the unborn fetuses coming out and there, and it's like, oh, Khloe Kardashian's baby, unborn baby. I literally could not stop laughing while playing that part. Like I was so, oh god.
I was just like the first
God.
game when I'm playing it, going, "Oh my god!" When you think they can't go any further, they find a way to go further.
Like I hope no child played that game thinking like, "Oh, this
Are
is
the
pretty
South
cool."
Park games good? Are they pretty good? I've never played them. I think I had a demo of the Fractured Butthole, but I never.
I will tell you this: I am not a turn-based RPG guy because I don't like now you do this.
Right,
you do this.
right.
I'd rather be like hack and slash RPG than anything else. But
sure.
The humor is just top notch. Like it is so worth it.
I'll put it to you like this: you're literally, if you ever wanted to be a part of a South Park show, you're basically playing an episode of South Park.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
You're the new kid.
You're the new kid. And the new kid, oh god. Oh man, those games are awesome. I can't wait for the third one because they're gonna make 9 more, right?
So with their deal, $900 million over the next 6 years, one of the richest deals in TV history. They've got, I think it's 9 movies they're going to make, continuing on for at least 6 seasons, I think, additional 6 seasons. And they're here we go, 14 made for streaming movies. And then I think they're going to come out with a couple more video games along with continuing the series.
Good for them, man. Good for them. And one of them just got divorced, so
it has to be Matt. No, it has to be Trey Parker. Because he lives and dies by that show. Matt just
fuck, man.
Matt just kind of hangs out. He's like, "Hey, I'm his buddy."
It's creeping on 30, right? It's 30 years it's been on, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's amazing. Like if you would have told me that show as a kid, given how everything goes with because I was just thinking about this with the Venture Brothers. I'm watching and I'm laughing. I'm like, they can't say any of this stuff nowadays. For that show to still stand the test of time and still keep going is amazing. So
let's see.
Salute to Comedy Central for never giving up on
1997.
Wow. They
So
were going on 25 years.
Yeah, they're going. Wow,
that's crazy, man. That's crazy.
And with this deal, they'll probably be 30.
Yeah,
easy.
Fuck, man.
Do you think South Park be done before South Park would be done?
South Park before South Park.
No, sorry, Simpsons. Yeah, I'm sorry, South Park before South Park. Yeah, I think the Simpsons will be off the air before South Park, or actually, which one do you think will be off the air first? Simpsons, South Park, or Family Guy?
Family Guy. Yeah, I knew you were gonna say that.
I'm gonna say since two of them are both owned by Fox, I want to say the Simpsons because I feel like those voice actors are pretty much like, yeah, we're done. Like, and I've heard nothing but bad things about the new seasons of the Simpsons. Like, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Like I've seen like episodes being played in the background of my job, and I'll laugh. But I haven't had anyone to say, "Did you ever watch the new episode of The Simpsons?"
Right.
Even with Family Guy, but like South Park is like someone in my age will be like, "Hey, yo, that new South Park was fucking hilarious."
Yeah.
No one talks about The Simpsons. No one talks about the Family Guy.
I told Stacy, I said, most of the Simpsons episodes seem like Lisa episodes, and she goes, "What does that mean?" I said, "Those are considered the worst episodes."
Yeah.
Lisa episodes are the preachy episodes, and I feel like that's where most.
I don't know, because like when growing up watching it, like I remember the one where Lisa goes to Washington. That was a pretty good episode.
Oh, where she becomes president and shit.
No,
like
where she's like she like writes a essay and it gets like nominated, but it shows like about saving the forest and like the guy who's like telling her like, oh, and it shows how crooked. Like you learn without knowing how fucking crooked politicians can be.
Yeah.
And like you go, oh shit, like you think back about it, like, oh man, they were trying to tell us something. Look, like, but that was when it first started.
Well,
I haven't
talking
watched
about
Simpsons in a long time though.
talking
man.
about
Family
anime-
Guy still watch.
animated shows and shows that are no longer on the air, like Venture Brothers. There's talks of it coming back, but I think they're looking to do like are they looking to do another season, or is it just going to be like a movie possibly?
I don't know, but I feel like if HBO Max, if like Hulu and HBO Max see like the numbers go up, people watching it, they because it has to be streaming only because it can't be like even then like some of the jokes like I'm like fucking Dean and the other one say like fucked up things to each other. We're really it's the blonde headed one, and I'm like fuck, you can't say that now because like one episode he's like what like Sergeant something like I think he said homo. And I was like, "Oh shit!" And I was
Maybe
like,
that was
"Holy
his
shit."
name. I don't know.
No, because like I think was it Sergeant Hatred? Like he was trying to touch them, and like I guess I missed it when I was watching the first season or the rest of the second season. But I'm like, he calls them like that term, and I was like, "Holy shit! You can't say that. Like you can't say it."
What show that's no longer on the air would you want back? Like if we are possibly getting Venture Brothers, we may get Aqua Teen Hunger Force back. Like what?
King of the Hill.
Like
King
a
of the Hill.
Chappelle
There's
show.
talk of King of the Hill coming back.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Chappelle show.
No,
But
I'm
you said
talking about
animated?
animated. Yeah.
Animated. There's honestly, this you probably never heard of it. Ugly Americans is pretty good. I enjoyed that show.
You know what? Drawn Together. If you watch that, that definitely would not hold up in the world we live in.
Is that
I
good?
think
Drawn
that-
Together? I never did
Drawn
watch
Together.
that.
I
Really
lost
good.
it.
Okay.
I lost interest in it, but I was like, I remember they were like they're releasing DVD saying, "Oh, it's uncensored," and I'm like, it's still censored.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, it's funny, man, because whenever they like re-release something that's been gone for a while, like Family Guy did it. I mean, it was in such a close time period that worked, and it was still in a time where like you can get away with a lot of shit. But like when they redid like Beavis and Butthead, it just like it didn't really hold up the way it used to.
Oh no, yeah,
like,
and there's talks of it coming back again.
and it just kind of like, well, it just. I don't know. It was one of those right places,
I mean,
right times.
it was
And like
like Beavis and
Animaniacs,
Butthead,
like I
the
even went
movie.
back and I started watching.
I
the
couldn't
new
watch the
Animaniacs.
Animaniacs. I couldn't get
It
into it.
wasn't what it was back in
Do
the
you
90s,
think
man.
Beavis and Butthead, you lose when you're just doing a whole episode with them, and the jokes become too long. Like when they're showing
Yeah.
music videos that breaks it up, and they're doing them,
Yeah.
the Mystery Science Theater riff tracks kind of thing. Before
Yes.
that was really big.
100%. When they took that part away, that was such a huge aspect of like you have the episode and then boom, you get a stupid journey video and you're like, oh, this is funny, and then back to the episode. It's like that helped it tremendously. And so, yeah, it just I don't know if they're re-releasing things. It's like it's usually going to be destined to fail. So like King of the Hill, it was great. I miss watching those shows because I really liked it. But like if they come out with new ones, it's like, is it really going to hold up?
Let's talk about Destined to Fail, and we'll talk about Netflix's Kevin Smith, the Masters of the Universe. Have any of you all watched it?
No,
I
I heard
watched
it was
the
horrible.
first episode, and I kind of was just like, well, He-Man and Skeletor disappeared, so there's only
Right.
6 episodes.
Really, it should be called Tila and the Masters of the Universe because it's. I mean, and there, you know what? It's fine if you would have came out and pretty much was like, but he came out and was like, we're doing a He-Man show and everything. But it was like, no, you took He-Man out of it right at the beginning, and then at the very end, when you bring He-Man back, spoilers, you take him back out again. So it was Attila, and then she's just like, you can't connect with her because she's all just like, I don't like this. The world sucks now. I hate my life. Where's a vampire to murder? Because it was Sarah Michelle Gellar did the voice. And then like Sarah Michelle Gellar came out. She's like, I didn't really like the original He-Man. I was like, yeah, because you are a fucking girl. It wasn't made for you. It was made for boys.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
shit. Like we weren't going, oh, My Little Pony. Oh, I love My Little Pony. So yeah,
Jim was like actually
I
a show
liked
from
Jim.
like that time period
hot
that
as-
like
that group was hot
dudes
as
and
shit.
like chicks both, dudes and chicks could actually both get into. But like, yeah, He-Man was definitely geared towards like, it was way more masculine for, way more testosterone than anything else. Like, yeah, you had Tila, you had Evil Lynn, but then like who else? Sorceress or whatever. And like,
oh yeah,
there was no
That was it.
strong fucking women characters, and like everyone was like dudes. It was a dude show.
Yep, it was.
So
Exactly.
yeah, 100%.
We weren't complaining, and then no, they went a totally different direction, which is fine. But when it's, I was trying to think of another like cartoon or something like that like if you take like that main character and then go, well, now we're gonna feature this character, majority of the people are gonna have problems with it.
Yeah, if you came out with fucking Thundercats, a remake, and then you did like, what was her name, Chitara or whatever her name was, and that's who, like, the whole thing was based about her.
Well, no, how about this?
Like, fucking...
It was based about with Snarf, and you did it all about Snarf.
Yeah. Well, did they make the whole show about like Orko? Like that would be more accurate for. Like...
Yeah, I know, but no. It wouldn't be.
That's
well, it was just like, okay, so She-Ra, like her buddy was a guy. Right. And so if you said, hey, we're making the She-Ra show, which they made a new one, but then it was like, oh, it's featuring this guy, it's not really going to be about She-Ra, people would have a fucking fit. But when they do it with He-Man, all of a sudden they're like, oh, you guys are just masculine toxicity and stuff like that. Toxic masculinity going on. You should be able to handle a woman. I was like, no, that's not what I came for.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of not what I came for, if you've seen the other Netflix He-Man series, the trailer they've shown for that, oh my God! It's like, hey, we're gonna have Prince Adam, and apparently he's gonna hand off all the power to all these little kids that are gonna be a part of his group now. So, and Orko's a robot. Oh,
what?
Orko's a fucking robot.
Dude, Orko was dope. Oh, it was dope, man. I even back in the day, like, a lot of people were like, "Ah, he's fucking stupid." I was like, I like that little fucking wizard. I thought he was awesome, man. He was. I don't know. That's God. Why? What's up with this He-Man resurgence?
Well,
but it's not even about He-Man. It's
the
like
80s. Well, no, it's definitely not. No, go. I will put the trailer up on there so you can watch that if you're watching the YouTube video. If you're watching the podcast or listening to podcasts, not gonna work. But yes, no, or go check Netflix and or YouTube and check it out. It's crap. It's crap. It's bad. But again, people go
like Fortnite.
It looks like fucking Fortnite. Yeah, it looks like fucking Fortnite. Now again, people say, well, why are you 40-year-old men fucking worrying about it? You know what? You're either get a new IP and fucking sell it to the kids. But when you bring back stuff that I connected with, and then you like, oh, you guys should have a problem. Fuck you. Maybe I do have a fucking problem. But at least I still have my original, my original that doesn't fucking hold up at all. It is some shitty fucking G.I. Joe is shitty. Transformers are shitty. He-Man is shitty. Battlestars is shitty. Fucking, I didn't watch Silverhawk. Who the fuck were these people watching Silverhawks? When I see artwork of the 80s, and they throw.
I love Silverhawk.
See, fucking kids in New York on Channel 5 were watching fucking Silverhawk. That's the problem.
Fox 5.
Fox 5.
Yes.
You know what? I went back and I watched some G.I. Joe not that long ago. Well, a couple years ago, actually. And wow, I wonder, like, no wonder all of us have like ADD, because those shows are like chop, 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 chop. And it's crazy how fucking, I don't know. It's crazy.
Have you ever watched Community?
Choppy chop. Yes.
Did you watch the G.I. Joe episode?
Yeah.
That must have been the season I didn't watch.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't remember.
Go look up the G.I. Joe. It's a whole episode. Is Jeff is he kind of overdosed because he's having a midlife crisis, and he's in his head, playing as a G.I. Joe character.
That's awesome.
No, it's a great episode. It's a great episode. In comic news, as we move forward, Scott Snyder has inked a deal with Amazon Comixology, which a lot of people are going to. Was it Jeff Lemire, who does Sweet Tooth? I know he's got some new comics coming on there. His first title is going to be We Have Demons. It's coming along like that. And then if you're interested, Scott Snyder is actually going to be doing writing, where you can log in and get writing sessions with him. You subscribe,
that's interesting.
And
that's cool.
I think he's going to be doing weekly. Like right now, I think this week he's going to be doing how he created the Count of Owls and what he did with
Court.
Court. Oh, sorry, again, I fucked it up. Court. Fuck you all. Fuck you. I knew I was going to fuck it. I was like, yeah, right. I said the words correctly. Yes. And then, nope, Joshua has to be there to correct me. There it is.
Class.
The Count of Owls mask.
Yes, I am the Count of Owls.
1, 2 owls.
Anywho,
Um,
and then we're gonna the other big news that we're gonna talk about on another show because I am bringing in a special guest for this. The recent with the Substack. If you haven't heard about that, it is where kind of like with Image, I guess, but a little bit different, where comic writers and artists are getting these things where you sign in, kind of like a Patreon or OnlyFans if you showed your titties. But it's more about comic book, where you sign up for either monthly for like $7 a month, or you can pay the whole year. Or there's another thing called a Founders, where like a lot of guys like Scotty Young, if you paid the $250, you got some copies of comics. But I know when we bring in our special guest to talk about it, who I feel like is a good, could kind of break it down what the direction could mean. But unfortunately, that guest could not be on this week. But in the future, we will be bringing this person on.
I feel like I just discovered something new because I always thought Substack was for like reporters and journalists.
It's no, a bunch of comic book people are joining up, creating a subscription service. Like the guy who creates, I actually signed up for his. Was it Thailand? The guy who does Something's Killing the Children, which again, if you've not read, it's really, really good. He also did, God, I'm trying to think of the other stuff that he's wrote. Where are we at?
Yes. $7 a month for Scott Snyder to fucking like give you tips on writing is a fucking steal, dude.
Oh, it is, yeah.
That's awesome.
Dude,
Like
like Chris
Jim
Hero.
Lee did something like that, or anyone, like any fucking Ryan Otley, who did Invincible and like Amazing Spider, any of these, dude, I would join that in a fucking heartbeat.
Well, yeah, if you're
I'm
really
not a
thinking
writer,
about getting into comics
but-
and you're like, hey, I want to learn how they create their stories.
That would have been useful
James
for Joshua.
the Fourth, who created that. I signed up for his.
That would have been useful for me when I was like, oh, I could like I want to write comic book stories.
yeah.
Years ago when Joshua wasn't like didn't know what the fuck he wanted to do with his life.
James Tynion the fourth. That's the one.
Yeah, he
Okay,
wrote.
right.
He wrote a lot of the Batman. He spun off the Night of the Owls, not the Count of the Owls, and tied it into Alfred. Let's see, what else did he do? Alfred. He's currently working on the Department of Truth. And what else did he do? For Boom Studios, he's done Something Is Killing the Children, which is really good. He wrote The Woods, which is really good. And Wind also, if you've not read any of those. But yeah, I signed up for like the year thing because he's actually like, hey, if you guys sign up for me, I'm going to give you comics. I'll go find some old comics that I have and I'll send them out to the fans. Like Scotty Young, which I love his art. He was just like, oh, I'll send you a digital copy of some of the art that I put together. I was like, ooh, digital copy. I have
that you could print out.
I have your
paper.
I have your digital copies right here on the internet. I can just download it right now. Oh, but now thank you for sending me a PDF of that. Oh, thank you, Scotty.
Scotty Young is watching this episode and going, "Oh, you fucking asshole! No, I got you." Hand drawn specifically. Fuck you, Doc, and the fucking bracket nerds.
Oh, you almost said backwards.
You thought that, right? I miss talking about wrestling. It's clobbering time.
And then finally, I know this is older news, but I remembered it and I pulled it back up. We're getting a bunch of new Captain Americas. One of the more recent ones that was announced is a Filipino woman. And her name is, where is it at here? A Filipino America who being one of the new shield bearers. Her name is Ari Agabani, if I'm pronouncing it correctly.
What's the gay guy's name?
Oh, I can't remember. But hold on, let me finish the story. The interesting part is when you start to look at the breakdown of the name, her last name, Agabani. Let me see if I can get it how it's pronounced real quick, because I know I am totally fucking that up.
Is there going to be a Captain Samoa?
How do you say?
Good job. Good job.
Watch
Joshua.
it. Watch that clip.
Here we go.
Watch that clip, bro.
Here we go.
Watch that clip I sent.
Agbayani.
Agbayani. So
Agbayani.
Agbayani. Apparently Agbayani means, where was it at here? Sorry. It meant like being heroic is what Agbayani means. And then Ari is a slang term for genitals. So in essence, her name means powerful vagina.
Yeah.
And then the writer was like, that's not what we were trying to go for. And everybody's like, well, that's what you did. So
That's what you wrote.
Oh
Sorry.
my god.
yeah. Maybe you should look up how slang words work and go, It's like Taco Bell when they had the Cholito and
Hold on, Ariana? Is that what you said?
Ari.
Is the word?
Ari.
Oh, they said Ariana. I was like Ariana Grande. Wait.
Yeah, I know. Big vagina.
Big
vagina, especially
big
for
vagine.
for Pete Davidson.
Davidson, right?
But if you guys remember, like Taco Bell had the Cholito, and you guys of Spanish heritage understand that the slang term for Cholito in Mexico is small penis. Small penis.
Is it?
No, I
It is.
didn't know that. Because
Oh, you guys didn't know that? Well, I know.
Yeah, no. That must be a Mexican word.
It
That's
is a
funny.
Mexican word. That's what I said.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I didn't realize that. That's funny.
But we talked about that, how like different stuff means like that'll probably mean something different for me in classes.
Well, it's also
Right.
we had a Mexican restaurant here in Louisville called Chi-Chi's. And
Yeah.
in Mexican term, Chi-Chi's also means tits.
Yeah, and for Puerto Ricans, tetas.
Tata.
No, tetas.
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 Yeah, tetas is with Guatemalan too. That's
So, yeah,
funny.
you have to be very mindful of how you use your words, especially if they're designated in a certain country. They maybe have a slang for those words.
What is it? There's a place. It was in Nashville. It's like a Mexican restaurant, and there's a food on there called palomas. And I don't know if it's all Spanish dialect, but in Guatemala, paloma is a dick, and so they're offering like fried palomas.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa! I don't want that,
Because
man.
It's like the restaurant named BJ's. I'm like, somebody was all right with this. Like cock
That's why-
smokers knew what they were doing when they called their
Cold smokers
smoke
in
shop
there.
cock smoke.
Yeah, cock
But
smokers is-
that's like
good.
a thing I heard like with Dominicans and Puerto Ricans, like a word in Dominican in Spanish where they speak in Santo Domingo is like means dick, but in Puerto Rico it means fly. So like my boss was telling me the story where she's like the old lady was like, oh, get these things look like dicks away from me. She's like, I see you saying dick. Like that doesn't
You say
like,
flies?
Yeah, she was saying flies, and like, it was the funniest fucking story ever. And I'm like, these dicks on my face, they're all over my face.
I mean, I can understand that feeling. I mean, I would hate that bunch of dicks.
Whoa.
Just saying, like, would you want a bunch of dicks in your face, or you'd be like, "That's cool, I like."
I'm
I
good.
mean, if-
I'm all set.
If it was for the greater good of peace, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'll
Doc
eat all the
was
fucking
Doc was
all
doing
these
the
dicks off
facial
this fucking
motion.
beach if it means we're the same. Scene is so funny of that. All right, go watch the movie, class. So that'll bring the show to a close. So finally, class, what'd you learn this week?
I learned that I've missed the shit out of you guys, and it's been a dark fucking 6 weeks for me, and so I needed this brightness, and so I'm gonna start doing videos again too. So I miss you guys. That is what I learned. I didn't learn it. I knew it. I just needed it. So thank you guys.
Yeah, you needed that. Just get back into regular world and just the fun of just talking with your friends. I mean, and ultimately, we may make no money off of this. Our crypto is going to be the only way we make money. But at least we're having a good time. We're recording it, and then this is on for later on. People could watch this stupid fucking show. Joshua,
I went back and I
learn?
watched episode 298. I'm sorry, I watched 298 actually today because I was thinking we were doing the show tomorrow for whatever reason. I don't know, but I was
because on the text it says Monday. But
I wasn't very responsive for a while, so
no, I know.
I am.
No, I kind of got worried when Doc was asking if you were okay, and I was like, I mean, I haven't seen anything. I just didn't think anything of it.
Well, I mean, no, but like it had been some time, and I know he'd been quiet, and I understood, but I was like, hey, kind of reaching out as a friend.
And I appreciate that.
Are you good?
Doc is like the greatest person. Like he'll check on people. Me, on the other hand, I'm just like, motherfucker's busy, man. What the fuck?
Oh yeah, that's what you called up. I was like, fuck it, I just ignored Doc too, and I was like, yeah.
No, I don't know. Whenever I
knew you had shit going on.
Yeah, so I would just kind of, I would just, I needed this. And it was, I do, in all honesty, it's like in the past, like fucking, I guess 7 weeks, it went from my dad having like what we all thought was a stroke and all this other shit going on. I went to Florida and that was all fucked up. And 2 weeks later, my youngest sister died. And it's just been like, so I've just been, it was very distant for a while. All I was doing just fucking putting in like 60 plus hours at work on top of everything. And I would just, which is not bad because I was able to get a new truck, but I was just like dying. And now I'm fucking like, I'm getting out of the rut. It's good to be back and talking to my buddies.
Well, it's good to
he's
see
gonna
you
fucking
again.
just like go into his cryptocurrency and just buy a shit ton of our shit.
I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it now. That's what I was like, tell me.
I texted you. So what I recommend, if you can transfer that shit coin, Doge, and just transfer into that, and then if you got a little bit of extra overtime money, toss it in right now. It's a good time to pop it in.
Yeah, it's $200 profit for Joshua.
I'm at shit. I'm at, because I just converted Max, I think it was Matic, and I am I think about $600 to $800 profit right now.
Nice.
Yeah.
And so you all use Coinbase. Just sign up for that. Log on.
But I recommend
hook up your own account.
Yeah, but I recommend if you're going to like ever so often do that money, use Coinbase Pro. And you can transfer it to Coinbase because the fees on Coinbase are some reason higher than Coinbase Pro, but you don't pay anything extra for Coinbase Pro.
Okay.
I'll look into that too.
Yes. Joshua, what'd you learn this week?
I learned that Hades is a very fun game. I am enjoying it. It actually is a really fun game. I am enjoying it. I look forward to playing some more of it. Not today because I got to eat and watch some programming. But I literally can't wait to play more of that game. That is a fun fucking game.
Well, I may have to download it, but I know a game that I am going to be having downloaded here in the next 20. Actually, it's downloaded, but I'll be able to play it in the next 20 minutes. It'll be the Alien Fire Team game that hopefully my buddy Joshua over there.
I purchased it. I'm just waiting for it to come in the mail.
Oh, God. Fucking disc guy. Jesus Christ. Anyway.
It's a new Xbox game?
Yeah, it's Xbox, PlayStation. It's kind of like Gears of War, third person. And you play as a co-op of 3 players, so you can play with us, class. And we're just taking on aliens.
We got the Nerf guns, and now we're gonna be shooting the guns.
If you want to, you could be Vasquez. We know you love Vasquez. We'll just let you be that character. A white woman playing a Puerto Rican. No one's gonna be offended by that.
I mean, it was the 80s. I told my my uncle, I was like, "Yo, this game was pretty cool." And he's like, I guess he saw the like interactions on Facebook between me and Doc. He's like, "Yo, did you buy this game to play with your friends?" I'm like, "Yeah. Plus, you get to kill aliens. That's cool." He goes, "You're a loser."
Why is that a loser that you get to hang out with? You can talk to your friends and play games.
No, because you literally just said it's cool to kill aliens, and I was like, "Yeah, you got me there."
Speaking of Alien, what?
Alien Fire Team.
Okay, I'll buy it today.
And this is what I learned. Even if you're 46 years old and they make a Nerf gun that looks like from the movie Aliens and it costs $100, you will buy that fucking gun because it has the sound from the movie. Apparently, I didn't like the color, but they said the color is of the loader, the big mechanical thing.
Oh yeah,
Ripley.
Yeah.
That's why it's in that color. But I think there's another gentleman on this podcast who also pre-ordered it also, but he also looks like apparently has his own Nerf guns there.
Now I have a sniper and a machine gun to go with my artillery.
Now I have a machine gun. Ho ho ho.
Anybody who tries to come in my property will get nerfed the fuck up.
I mean, it's Nerf or nothing, right?
I need to order this.
Oh,
I need to order. I ended up spending $500. I ordered pre-ordered 2 of the fucking WWE Elite New Generation rings. I ordered 2 of them.
Rings?
Yeah. Well, all right. It's a ring. It comes with 3 figures, and it's a 2 scale ring too.
I mean,
and,
I will.
It has the new generation, like the old like entrance that it's all lit up in neon, and it kind of goes. It comes with a Doink the Clown, a Diesel, and an exclusive Macho Man if you ordered before a certain date. It comes with new ring aprons, and it comes with announcer tables and chairs. It's a whole setup. And they were $250 each, and I was like, fuck it, I bought one, and then right before they ended the like had to get the Randy Savage by a certain date, like the 21st, and like at 11:58, I was like, fuck it, I bought another one, and I was like, I'm either gonna open or I'm gonna like piece it out.
Hey,
and
did
sell
you
them
open
individually
up
and make money.
the Modoc? Because you were talking about depending on the votes, would you open it and do an unboxing?
What's that? Just drop some.
Did you do an unboxing? There he is.
I didn't do an unboxing. No, I haven't really done anything in a while, but I'm going to Toy Headquarters in Lexington tomorrow, and it's like starting all over again. So I'm gonna go check that out.
Well, you know what?
So, I did open the Modoc.
You bought a tangible item versus spending $200 to $500 on a digital character that has no value after you buy it, outside of unlocking possibly another character. You never know. And the funny thing is that Hasbro Plus site now, I'm like, fuck. Why did I learn about this? One, I was able to get. Remember, I talking about I was looking for that Starscream Red with the coronation outfit and stuff. That was the only place that had it. Walmart for some reason never gotten in, though they're supposed to be getting it. And in eBay, it was like $20 to $40 more. And outside of shipping costs, I'm like, fucking get it to me.
I've been looking for you every time I go to Walmart. I've been looking for both of us on that figure, Doc, because I didn't know about it until you told me about it. So I'll continue to look. I know you already have one.
I'm already good.
If you want a second one, and I find, all right, you don't need.
No, you know what? If you find, because then one, it's still a little bit cheaper, and then I'm definitely want to open one, but I'd love to keep one in the box.
Yeah. Sure. I'll buy you one, buddy.
And then myself, I've got all as a Funko collector, all the summer collection. I found all my pops that I was looking for. I was looking for Blade, which finally I found at Walgreens, because they had a thing where you could go like the Funko site, like at a certain point you could go on in line and order, but like when I got on it, it get like crashed. And the only ones I wanted was Danger Mouse, I wanted Blade, and I wanted the movie one. And the only one that was left open after it went up was Danger Mouse. And apparently that lasted long. I was like, fuck you, I want Danger Mouse. Fucking give me a pinful for fucking sakes. And then Blade, I heard
Danger Mouse is the shit.
It is.
That's
and then I got
cool.
Also I got the little bottle one too. So
man.
Danger Mouse mark from the early 80s. And then what else did I get? And then Blade I found at Walgreens just randomly. I'd stopped there to pick up some supplies, and I'm like, there fucking is, and grabbed it. And the movie put up on Jay and Silent Bob, though I paid a little bit more. But thank you also, Movies, for your pop-up restaurant. When your guy told me that, we're out of 3Xs, I'll send you one in the mail. Never fucking got it, but at least you sent my $30 back. So, and luckily I'm slimming down, so the 2X actually fits pretty well. So
that's good, man. Not me with my Ramona Flowers shirt. The fucking
which size was that? Extra small was it, or something like that?
Yeah, I was like, I think medium or small. I told my niece, "You want this shirt?" She's like, "Yeah."
It's a very soft shirt.
That's awesome.
My 3X fits.
It was
nice. It's a little too baggy.
I think she said that. She's like, "Oh my god, this is so soft." I'm like, "Yeah, I don't
very soft."
Because like it was a limited edition, right?
Did you ordered it too, Class? Didn't you?
Not the Ramona shirt. I didn't.
You didn't do that? Oh my god!
No, I didn't.
You have the CM Punk shirt.
No, I didn't do that either.
All right. Well, then that will bring the show to a close, as we always say. Oh shit! First of all, fuck it, Joshua. How can they learn more about you?
I don't know. You want to see me bitch and moan about wrestling and other sorts of stuff? Follow me on Twitter at Green Eyed Bebop, and then want to see me post pictures of like random stuff, go to Instagram at Green Eyed Bebop as well.
Class, how can we learn about you or Modoc?
You can go on Instagram and follow Craven the Toy Hunt. I'm gonna start. I actually just posted something today. I did an unboxing. I just showed the pieces of a Pro Wrestling Crate that just came out.
Oh, I saw that.
I actually got.
I want to see that book.
Dude, about that comic is pretty cool, man. Yeah, it has your boy Orange Cassidy in it, and written by him. And I did get the. They always have those micro brawlers. I got the 1 in 250 chases.
Which I won one at Concave, and I have Bully Ray back there. Yes,
you did. It wasn't one of the chases, but the one I got, and I'm about to post it on eBay for $100.
Oh wow, good lord!
Yeah, dude, these things sell for like $80 and $100. So I was like, I'll put it like buy it now.
That paid for a couple subscriptions there, then, right?
Yeah, it's like $30 a month, and I was like, dude, it's awesome. It comes with a bunch of cool shit, and it's like a lot of shirts I probably will never wear. I got a fucking Genius shirt, like a Laney Pop. I'm never gonna fucking wear that, but it's whatever. But follow me, Craven the Toy Hunt on Instagram, and you know what? Fuck it. You want to follow Chris Class CTTH? Go ahead and do that.
On
That's
Twitter or
Instagram,
Instagram?
too. That's on Instagram.
That's
I
on-
might-
He won't.
Actually, you know what? No, I'm not
that's
gonna. I'm
Twitter.
not gonna answer you on that. On
Go
Wait,
Craven the Toy Hunt. Craven the Toy Hunt.
yeah, just go Craven the Toy
Yo,
Hunt, or go to
I-
follow me on Twitter, Chris Class BRH. I should probably
Hey.
change it to Chris Class Fracking Nerds or something. Because BRH.
No, BRH forever, bro.
Is it? Okay.
When you get a chance, I don't know if it's still in your notifications, but I tagged you in this picture of this set of Fantastic Four figures, and I was like,
Oh.
"Fuck, Class has to see this." If you don't see it, I'll find it and I'll send it to you again, and tell me what
On
you think. Because I was like, on Twitter.
On Twitter. Okay.
Yeah,
I'll check it out.
It was like kind of in the beginning of like August, maybe end of July. I don't know if you get notifications like that, but I just want to see what you think of these figures, because I'm not a figure guy, and I was like, holy shit, these look amazing.
Are they the ones on like the old school cards?
No, it's like an actual picture of these figures. If you don't
Okay.
find it, I'll send it to you.
Is it on the
when we're
cards
done.
that look like this?
No, I don't know if
Oh,
it comes
okay.
like that. It just shows them out the box.
This is riveting podcasting right here. It's just. Is it this? No. Is it
Right
this?
there.
No. I'll show you when we're not on the air. Okay, that's when it'll be on.
Right there, drunkie.
Fox
Fire,
Live.
fire.
That's, yeah. Let me tell you about Rick and Morty. Oh, we talking about Rick and Morty now.
That episode, that wasn't a good episode.
I
At
don't
that point, Kennedy
Yeah,
was
the
like,
bad part is I had no clue what my beliefs were or anything like that. That's like, everything went black. That
yeah, everything went black and kasplat because you threw the shit up. Wrap it up, Doc. Let's go. I gotta.
All right,
eat.
if
I'm
you need
hungry.
more information about Frackin' Nerds, join the Discord because we're on there. We are talking about TV. We are talking about movies. The shit we talk about here, you can come join us. So come on the site, Discord, join, have fun. Kennedy pops up there all the time. Class, never. But Joshua and myself, we're on there. And if you guys are on there, we're talking to you. We want to be a part of your group. We're on
I think
Instagram.
next episode Kennedy's gonna get on because Kennedy's like, you never told me when the show's gonna be on.
He's never on. I mean, it's just
He's
like-
never on.
I know. Instagram, again, and that's what we're talking about when the new shows are going to be on. Instagram, Facebook. What else are we on? Twitter or Doc_Martin if you want to follow me on Twitter, which is pretty much me just harassing our own Joshua with memes. And then he makes fun of me because he's like, I said a lot of stuff that you should have responded to. And I was like, I'm working. And he knows
I
when I'm,
honestly
you
thought
can always
that-
tell when
that
I'm not
day-
working hard because he's like, you're posting a lot of memes right now.
I honestly thought that day, that day I was bored at work and I just like started treating my work day. I was like, "Oh, Doc's gonna have a field day." Doc didn't respond not
No.
once. And I was
That
so
means I was
mad.
busy. I was busy all day. I didn't get a chance to even look at it. So yeah, definitely join us on Discord if you want to hang out with us and talk to us. But yeah, and also share the YouTube, share the podcast, tell your friends if they're nerdy and they like it because we just talk nerdy stuff. And a lot
And
of
you
people.
want to make fun of Joshua and his background.
That's right. Which it got a little less back there, so it's sad. He's gotta save that money for that new Nerf gun. So there it is.
I paid for it already.
I've never seen that up close, Joshua. That is amazing.
I paid for that shit. Like, did you guys forget? I mean, Doc must have forgot. I don't pay rent. I
I
live the good
love
life.
that.
Oh no,
I
he got
love
that from a friend, didn't he? So yeah. All right. So for Joshua over on the East Coast, Class all the way across that bridge in Indiana, this is Doc Martin saying, have a fracking good week.